Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk about the last move left in the Dow Jones. Since the Great Depression, the expanded type 2 zigzag pattern that has been unfolding. Okay, so it's been going on for many years, right? I'll give you a quick rundown. Okay, it's a wave 5 zigzag, but it's an expanded type. So we had the first wave A, B. B was the longest wave. We have C, D, E. So this is wave C of a zigzag. So this zigzag comprises of the same principles that basically dictate the expanded pattern that creates a stretched out movement of a zigzag that is very typically taught in AriasWave. And it basically just says that it's stretched out. So you've probably heard me say that before. So I just want to talk about basically how the final 5 waves are unfolding. So wave 1 was a 5-wave move. Straight after the GFC, 5-wave bounce. Wave 1, expand wave 2, wave 3, sideways wave 4, deep with the pandemic that happened. Deep because wave 2 was shallow. Its retracement was negligible. And then basically wave 5. Okay, so wave 5 here is allowable to be longer than wave 3, right? So wave 1 is already shorter than wave 3. So therefore, it's allowable for wave 5 to be longer than wave 3 or as long. Now, to understand the last move, I'll switch to the other chart. US 30. And I have it labeled since that E wave. Okay. So we have wave 1 zigzag. Okay. So wave 1 looks pretty long, right? So if we take a measurement of wave 1, compare it to wave 3, right? You can see that wave 3 is shorter than wave 1, right? So that presents us with a unique situation. That means that wave 5 can't be longer than wave 3. Okay, so if we take a measurement of wave 3, okay, we have the maximum length of wave 5 right here. Okay, the green line. The green line is basically roughly where this will terminate. Okay, so once again, alternation between waves 2 and 4. This time last time wave 2 was shallow. Wave 4 is deep. And it's a weak type 1 weak 5-wave move because wave 1's a zigzag, wave 3 is a zigzag, therefore wave 5 must be a zigzag. And this explains why price is moving sideways, right? So what is it doing? So what it's doing is it already created the first move up. Okay, now it's in wave B of wave A. Okay, so I've got it marked here, wave B, but we need to see wave B. So we have wave A. Let me just grab some of these, copy some of these. There's A, right? We have wave B unfolding, and then we'll get wave C. So if you saw my previous Bitcoin extended, it kind of explains what I think is going to happen that aligns with this count, right? But it's not going to, obviously not going to, Bitcoin won't go to all-time highs from this point, as I've mentioned in that video, but the Dow Jones will. And the Dow Jones is, it's a large sentiment reading on the markets since the Great Depression, since a long time ago, right? And for this pattern particularly, it basically says that we're not going to go any further than once we top out. And given that I've just explained to you that you can't go above this level, that's explaining why it's going to go sideways for longer. So we'll see an A, B, C, and then a D, right? And then we'll eventually see the E wave. That'll end B, then we'll get C. Can't go above the green line, right? That'll be the end of C, which will be the end of 5, which will be the end of C of the larger zigzag pattern. Now, I'm not going to get into what that means just yet. I've explained it before, but let's just say that I think a collapse will happen, right? Because the larger pattern is a weak 5-wave move also, which is back to 1500. Let's just leave it at that for now. So at this point in time, we're looking at the A wave completed, the B wave unfolding, right? The C wave yet to come, D wave and the E wave, and then that's it. Final run up, we're done. Now, I think this is going to be taking us into more than likely probably towards the elections. Okay. Now, I think that this will go sideways a lot more than what I'm indicating on this particular example here, given that you can see the years at the bottom there. I'm just letting you know that this is the type of thing that you will see before the top happens. And you won't see a top that extends beyond the green line, because I've already explained that to you, right? So how long a correction goes, it can go quite long, right? And if you understand that we've already seen this happen, right? If you take the length of time that it took to make that, you could extend that out probably this much, just to the end of B wave. And then you could even see a really, really weak C wave. Whatever the case may be, nobody knows. The point is that even if it does top out earlier than that, it may not actually do what you think it's going to do, right? If it does top out earlier, it may produce a mini head and shoulders pattern at the top, right? So the actual top might produce a head and shoulders pattern, okay? Wherever that may be, we don't know where that will be. Could be end of the year, right? We have a left shoulder, we have a head. We could then see a dip, a bounce, and 2025 could be when we see some action to the downside. Okay, corrections, you can't really tell how long they'll go for. You can't tell if that will be the end. And given that this is basically the whole economy at risk, they're probably going to do a lot of things to try and prop it up as much as possible. But eventually, the sentiment, which is what drives all markets, will prevail and will eventually dictate what happens in this market. So that's my opinion, a bit of a breakdown, a bit of a count analysis there, my interpretation. Thanks for watching.